It's my great honor now to welcome to the podium one of the newest members of the Notre Dame class of 2026, Sister Raffaella Petrini, F.S.E. Sister Petrini's life and ministry serve as an inspiration to all of us about the ways God's providence works in our lives. Born and raised in Rome, she was a university student when she agreed to accompany a friend who was exploring her vocation to religious life to a reception hosted by the Franciscan Sisters of the Eucharist, a U.S.-based religious community. A number of sisters in that order, whose mother house is in Meridian, Connecticut, were studying in Rome at the time. Sister Petrini kindly accompanied her friend to the reception, but she herself wasn't thinking about a vocation at the time. It's not hard to guess what happened. Her friend did not enter the religious community, but Sister Petrini did. God has a sense of humor. God works in mysterious ways, as we all know. Today, Sister Petrini serves as president of the Pontifical Commission and the Governorate of Vatican City-State, among the highest positions at the Vatican. She is the first woman to hold these positions, and she has been invited to serve in these roles at the invitation first of Pope Francis and now of Pope Leo XIV. Her current role, in that role, she oversees the administrative and spiritual center of the global church, ensuring the well-being of hundreds of inhabitants, of thousands of employees, and millions of pilgrims who travel to Vatican City each year, and overseeing everything from security to healthcare to the treasures at the Vatican museums. In all things, Sister Petrini ensures that the operations of the Vatican are aligned with the Pope's wishes. In addition to these responsibilities, Sister Petrini is also a member of the Dicastery of Bishops, which assists the Pope in the selection and appointment of bishops, and of the administration of the Patrimony of the Apostolic See, the body responsible for managing Vatican finances. Again, she is the first woman to serve in these important roles. Among her many gifts, Sister Petrini is a brilliant scholar and teacher. She served for many years at the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples and as a professor of welfare economics and sociology at the Pontifical University of St. Thomas Aquinas, where she continues to teach. We at Notre Dame are most fortunate to have forged a relationship with Sister Petrini over the years, a real friendship. She first visited campus in 2023 to present the Keeley Vatican Lecture, and it has been my privilege to connect with her on several trips to Rome and to learn from her wisdom. Sister Petrini was originally scheduled to be with us last year for commencement in order to receive an honorary degree. But with Pope Francis's passing on Easter Monday, it was not possible for her to travel to be with us last May, given her many responsibilities associated with Pope Francis's funeral and the conclave that followed. We are doubly glad to welcome her to Notre Dame this year. Sister Petrini speaks to us at a historic time in the Church as we embrace the first American-born Pope, Pope Leo. There are many of us who never expected to see an American Pope in our lifetime, and we are highly proud. At the same time, it is clear that Pope Leo is a pope for all, as he has centered his papacy on unity, charity, and crossing borders in order to announce the gospel. In many ways, our speaker today has embodied these ideals throughout her ministry as an Italian-born member of an American-based religious community who is tireless in her service to the Church and to all of God's people around the world. Sister Petrini, thank you for modeling so beautifully what you have called the leadership of care and for inspiring us to answer the gospel call to love God and neighbor. Your kindness and humility are an inspiration to all who know you. You are a great force for good in our world, and we are deeply honored to officially welcome you into the Notre Dame family. So class of 2026, please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, Sister Raffaella Petrini.
First, I would like to thank Father Robert Dowd, the president of the University of Notre Dame, and the members of his leadership council for their kind invitation. I would also like to thank the chair and the board of trustees. Warm greetings also to my fellow distinguished honorees, the Notre Dame faculty and staff, alumni, students, parents, and families of the graduates, and especially the class of 2026 graduates. It is a great honor and a privilege to be here with you today to celebrate this significant milestone in your lives. Class of 2026, your time at Notre Dame here on this beautiful campus has prepared you well to embrace the future with hope. In the spirit of the founders and under the protection of Mary, Mother of the Church, your families have supported you in attaining an excellent education. And now you are called to share your gifts. The world that opens up before you undoubtedly presents a very difficult setting. Many are the dark clouds that loom over it. Hope, however, has the power to penetrate these dark clouds with its light. Hope does not disappoint. At the beginning of the Jubilee year 2025, Pope Francis stated that everyone knows what it is to hope. In the heart of each person, hope dwells as the desire and expectation of good things to come, despite our not knowing what the future may bring. At the end, in his general audience of December 20th, 2025, Pope Leo XIV very clearly affirmed that the hope of the Jubilee year does not vanish. We must continue to be pilgrims of hope. To hope in life means to believe as certain that what we still cannot see or touch, to trust and to entrust ourselves to the love of a Father who created us because he wanted us with love and wants us to be happy. Christians are always called to communicate hope. And how do we do that? Hope is generative, Pope Leo says. It gives us times of birth and rebirth. It offers all of you here and now a time of a new beginning, strengthened by your interdisciplinary knowledge, soft and hard skills, personal growth. You are now ready to receive whatever God has in store for you in his infinite creativity, with joy and confidence. This new beginning is an opportunity to put into practice what you have learned. In whatever you do next, your actions must reflect a deep sense of reverence for the sacredness and dignity of the human person. Hope is active. You will be witnesses of hope if you nurture a genuine desire to alleviate poverty, injustice, and oppression that burden the lives of so many in material and immaterial forms. In this way, what you have achieved here on campus will rightly serve the virtue of justice. You will be witnesses of hope if wherever you are, you strive to create a sense of human solidarity that counteracts selfish competition and cures the virus of individualism. Because the primary concern that drives you is the common good. Then your actions will be guided by the desire to heal what is broken, to forgive what has fallen, to create safe spaces for mutual sharing where human fragility is embraced. Hope is collaborative. You will be people of hope if, centered in Christ, the principle of communion, you embark on your new beginning driven by a sincere desire to build bridges. Bridges between humanity and God, bridges between those you meet, bridges between those who are the main players and those who are left behind, bridges between cultures, languages, and personal histories, and bridges between individuals and generations. You will be people of hope if you commit yourselves to building networks of relationships. Because as Pope Leo reminded us, human relationships, our relationships with other people, are indispensable for each of us. Our life begins thanks to a bond, and it's through bonds that we grow. You will be people of hope if you commit yourselves to building community and fostering relationships of mutual trust in your social and professional environment. You will be people of hope if you pledge to cultivate the social friendship that is the true foundation of peace. You will cultivate hope if you keep nurturing personal friendships, including those you began here on campus. Through these friendships, you have grown and you have been supported. You have shared hard work, challenges, expectations, desires. These types of friendships must go beyond quick text messages, reels, and chats. Because the process of building fraternity, be it local or universal, can only be undertaken by spirits that are free and open to authentic encounters. Hope is participatory and engaging. God involves us in his history. Pope Leo reminds us that God involves us in his dreams. Pilgrims of hope are patient. They are people who walk and who wait, but not with their hands in their pockets. Sometimes they keep vigil at night, and sometimes they know how to shake down the thunder from the sky. They are fighters for hope. They want to make a difference. They change the world right there where they live and work. They choose the common good every day, even if it means sacrificing a little security and tranquility. They dedicate their talents to something greater than themselves because they aspire to higher ideals. They are ready to serve and rarely complain about what goes wrong because they take things one step at a time and hold a wider horizon firmly in front of them. They keep a smile on their faces because deep down, they know it is a sign of God's grace. They each do their part, but they prefer to do it together because they never walk on the road of life alone. Their path is always intertwined with others. They are made to walk together and to discover a common goal. In this way, they participate in God's life and cooperate with him. They know that they are not self-sufficient, but they are open to receiving help because they know that the measure of their humanity is not defined by what they gain, but rather by their ability to let themselves be loved. Dear Notre Dame graduates, as you celebrate the joyful conclusion of an important chapter of your studies, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to you and your families. I now invite you to become leaders of hope. Your credibility will be the foundation of your leadership, based on the consistency between your words and your actions. Remember Pope Leo's message. Ultimately, it is only love that can grant consistency and stability to your life. First and foremost, it is the fundamental personal experience of God's love, and then, by extension, the sacred experience of mutual love and human fraternity that compel us towards self-giving. I urge you not to be afraid of taking risks, because Christians must fully engage with life and the history of humanity. They can overcome sloth and indifference with bravery. They are willing to seek the good and look for the future, knowing that our best days are always yet to come. Fighters for hope are willing to work through their strengths and weaknesses to make this happen. Dear class of 2026, now it is the time for you to dream, make choices, set priorities, continue to search for more. I pray that you will march on and contribute to the common good, that you will move forward strong of heart and remain true to your faith with kindness and courage. May you take responsibility for others with loyalty and integrity, and be our hope. Thank you, and God bless you all.